So this is going to be an interesting match because Blesse, a pretty strong Pikachu from the Midwest, I think. I don't know how much Pikachu experience Dean has. He might have played Bond a decent amount. Probably has played Bond a decent amount. But either way, I think this will be pretty close.
Yeah, there's a couple other Pikachus, right, floating around Nightclub as well from time to time.
Yeah.
And people who can pick up that character, but right now it's just a matter of can you stick to your matchup? Can you not get caught out by the weird, wonky stuff that Pikachu can bring to the table?
Okay.
Like that up air, and as long as you can keep those feet on the ground, keep yourself, right, in control of the pace of the game, you're going to be able to find these stocks.
Yeah, and I feel like Freezus has been in control of the pace of the game, even though that was a very scary moment, a gut-wrenching moment. I feel like Freezus has had a lot of control. Blesse struggling to find any real meaningful openings. There's one, but misses the tech chase.
Yeah, and you see now, like, trying to find the reversal, and that's really where we're seeing Blesse thrive, has been looking for these reversals, finding these single-hit up airs to just steal these stocks away. But in neutral, as you mentioned, Freezus has been so immaculate on the positioning that it's up to Blesse to find these reversal hits, or otherwise jump in with a hard commit, a hard read to try and find an opening, because Freezus is not giving away anything.
Blesse's quick attack cancels are insane. The way that he got that stock pass there. But I feel like, funnily enough, it's weird to say this about a Pikachu. Off-stage game has been really weird from Blesse. He's had, those two great up air reversals that you mentioned, but then can he close it out? This might be the first time. No, he's going to die for it. Blesse hasn't managed to close out a single time when Freezus is in the pit of death.
Yeah, and I mean, part of it, like, credit to Freezus, like, just mixing up the angles, the distance, the timing on these up specials just slightly, but still not, but finally Blesse able to catch on, right? And if you're used to playing one certain group of foxes, going to a different region, I mean, hey, right, those slight differences can throw you off, but hopefully Blesse can adjust.
Yeah, we'll see. I agree, and Freezus plays a little differently than most foxes, I think. Not super dash dance heavy, uses a lot of up smash in neutral, which can be weird to get used to. That almost kills. Freezus just needs to not get kidnapped here, and as I say that, of course, will Blesse finally close it out? No! Again, the up air, nothing. I'm used to seeing Pikachus kill people for that, and instead, it feels like every time that Blesse up airs Freezus off stage, he ends up being the one dying.
And we're seeing Blesse look out for a lot of these, like, not full commit up airs off stage, right? Maybe put yourself in a position to throw out a T-jolt or something after the fact, and not really risk much, but that's allowing Freezus to just find these high recovery routes, right, and fall back down to ledge, picking some great angles, playing around the way that Blesse is trying to cover this ledge, and play the player more than you're trying to play the optimal routes back in the matchup.
Yeah, I feel that, but I will say, I feel like there are some optimal things that Blesse could be doing, where you have a fox off stage without a jump. I feel like that should be death like every time, and it has really not been the case. Quick attack cancels again, but Freezus doesn't flinch, Freezus doesn't blink. I'm pretty sure you could go back and see that he was just staring at the screen there. He didn't care. He's used to the quick attack cancels by now. Okay, can Blesse do something here? Wow, and bails out.
Finds the opportunity, though, and able to get that reset. Looks for the F smash, but again, just over-committing. And it really feels like when Blesse gets, you in disadvantage and gets to operate on his own pace of play, he's having a good time. He's really comfortable, and we're seeing some sick conversions. But when he just has to find you out of the scramble, when he's not the one in control of the circumstance, he just gets a little lost in the sauce sometimes. He just isn't sure what to do with it.
Yeah. I want to see, I want to see Blesse get one edge guard. I feel like Freezus has actually lost 12 stocks in 2 games already, but Blesse just hasn't managed to convert.
I like just the slower pace of play that Freezus is bringing to the table, willing to hold the distance here in the lead and bait this just aggressive, down air, quick attack approach that we keep seeing from Blesse and start to find these punishes. Yeah,
exactly. I think Freezus is very used to seeing the edge cancels now. Throws in a little one of his own for good measure, and you can see him actually baiting and punishing. The surprise factor is no longer there. Okay, what can Blesse do here? Nothing.
Yeah, the platform rising up just a little bit, I think throwing off what he was looking for there.
It was an awkward height for sure.
Now, though, it's going to be the awkward distance of your own to find it back. You do, but not able to get too much more. Unfortunately, getting caught on the platform, there is going to be a heyday for Fox to find a punish. Now you have another one, and finally going to close it out. But even then, right, it felt like just too many extra interactions for Freezus to potentially get out of it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Oh, yeah, and he's not going to fall for that anymore, Blesse. You're going to have to find another way to get your openings.
Looking for something there, but getting stuffed out by the Shine. Wasn't quite ready for it. Now it's Pikachu in the corner. This is where you want to be, but not where Blesse has wanted to be so far. Finally going to maybe get it.
It's not.
What an angle.
It's
and
not.
Freezus somehow finding a way back for the moment.
Dude, I am so surprised that Blesse keeps throwing him off stage so immediately. Because he had, like, FD platforms. Oh, man. It just feels like a habit for maybe the game you're used to playing, but not the game we're playing here right now. Trying to get Freezus off, get a low percent kill, when Blesse hasn't managed to get a single low percent kill, and he had FD Fountain of Dreams to basically do a chain grab, at least carry Freezus all the way across the stage, get a lot of damage. I don't know, interesting decision making. I would like to see those guys play friendlies, because I wonder what it looks like when Blesse can execute on the edge guards.
I think we start to see Blesse change the way he's approaching some of these angles, where he's covering a lot of like very traditional Fox angles that are like the first level or two of the matchup, but then like keeps hard committing to those positions, and so the slight just mix-up differences, the slight timing differences that Freezus is throwing and keep catching him out. Right? Freezus knows, okay, I can take this first hit and get out after the fact. I'm just gonna save my jump, get hit here, and then do it again and find that high awkward angle or that weird low angle through and just thread the needle, right, a little bit at the end. And Blesse just never really adjusted to that and kind of just kept letting him get away with it.
Yeah.
And I think in a friendly session, he starts to see that and starts to catch on.
Yeah, it was really good. Freezus was making the recovery, the edge guards, difficult. It was really creative, tricky recoveries from Freezus for sure. But sometimes you just got to call it like it is. Blesse dropped all of his shit. Blesse dropped all of his shit, especially in that game one where he had some free ones. I think we might be getting Freezus on stream again right now versus Wally. And I was talking to Wally about this matchup. Oh, thank you, Brando.
Thank you.
A high chew for me.
High chew.
I was talking to Wally about this earlier because these guys haven't played much recently because Wally fake retired, and I think Dean was the last person to beat him when he retired. And then he came back and Dean beat him immediately again. And then Dean went to Finland for like a year. So they haven't played in a long time, but Wally has lost the last two, which is by the seeding a pretty big upset.
Yeah, and we'll see if you can make it third time's a charm.